In our last video, we focused on Old Quebec City. This time we'd like to show you some places near Quebec that are not in the city. Places like Montmorency Falls, the Shrine of Sainte-Anne-de-Beaupré, the town of Baie-Saint-Paul, a boat tour on the St. Lawrence River, the Ile d'Orléans, or as we'd call it, Orleans Island, and Jacques-Cartier National Park. We hope you'll join us. This is RonBev Retirement Journeys, and we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe.
You can certainly hear the falls, can't you?
Our first visit to Montmorency Falls was at sunset, shortly after we arrived in Quebec. We entered the park after hours, I guess, because there was no fee and very few people around. But with friends coming and 2 weeks at a home exchange near Quebec, we knew we'd be back. We returned during the day with friends Doug and Denise through the main entrance at the base of the falls, where we paid for parking and a round-trip ticket on the cable car. We never got to use the round-trip ticket, but I'll explain that later. So after looking at the views, we headed for the cable car.
2 years. Okay. Yeah.
There were obviously lots of visitors with different nationalities, as you could tell from the languages being used. The cable car deposited us at Montmorency, which we viewed before hiking the back way to the bridge that crosses atop the falls. Doug and Denise decided to come back later and hike the long staircase to the bottom, while Ron and I opted not to because of Ron's bad knees. But first, we took in the views. Then we decided to go for lunch back at the manor, where we'd seen an interesting restaurant. So we made our lunch, and then we saw this wonderful restaurant. So lunch is going to be dinner, and this is lunch. And this is our view from lunch. Doug got ahi tuna, salad. Ron and I are splitting poutine with barbecue and Caesar salad. And
Caesar salad with bacon that came on the side.
After lunch, we took a walkway from the manor back to admire the falls, while Denise and Doug took the long staircase to the bottom. Ron and I were supposed to follow in the cable car, but a sudden storm halted its operation. When it appeared the rain was not going to let up, a worker packed several people, including Ron, in his car and ferried them to the bottom to retrieve their cars. Doug and Denise were soaked to the skin, but we all made it out alive. Later, on our third visit to the falls to show our friend Susanna, I told Ron I'd film him if he would take the zip line. So he jumped at the chance, and I missed mine. I thought later, it was my birthday. I should have done the zip line. But it was too late. He sure did enjoy it, though. On one of our many drives, we headed to the Basilica of Sainte-Anne-de-Beaupré. The Basilica is about 30 to 45 minutes from Quebec City, and it's one of 6 national shrines in Canada. The church receives about 500,000 visitors a year, including many pilgrims who come to be healed. The Catholic Church credits it with miracles curing the sick and disabled. Crutches and other medical aids, which have apparently been left by the faithful, are hung on 2 pillars near the church entrance. We headed on from there, about an hour and a half from Quebec, to the town of Baie-Saint-Paul, and were surprised at what we found. We're not sure what this is, some kind of festival.
this is really cool, though.
This is very cool. Better than even St. Anne's. I mean, St. Anne's has a church.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
Oh, you get healed in St. Anne's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though we hadn't known there was a festival going on, we really liked the cute little town of Baie-Saint-Paul. Another cute little place we discovered was Ile d'Orléans, or Orleans Island. We drove over on a bridge, conveniently connecting it to the mainland. The island seemed filled with flowers, fruit and produce, vineyards, and quaint cottages and shops. A drive around the entire island can easily be done in a day. Although there are so many places to stop, we ended up coming back 3 times while we were in the vicinity. View of Quebec City.
Rocking chairs out there?
We checked out a cute ice cream and chocolate shop and made plans to come back another day. We had to check out the island golf course for Ron, of course.
We're driving around the island and came across a farmer's market plus by this, what used to be a church, and lots of booths set up. Just a serendipity moment.
Near the farmer's market, we stopped in at this cute little jam factory, which was not only so quaint, we also got tastings and, of course, came home with some delicious jam. Across the street, another chocolate place served up just the thing for the ice cream lovers with me.
I'll still have some by the time I'm done.
Oh, yeah. I walked down to the pier and I walked around there. I didn't see you.
Well, we're down over there, yeah.
Our lunch place came with a nice view. At one end of the island, a tower also offered nice views of the surrounding area. Another ice cream shop offered a beautiful backyard with goats and a garden.
Decide which is the flower. Fitting right in.
After a stop at the historic St. Jean Church, which was built beginning in 1734, our chauffeur needed a little rest.
That's not through the walking stuff.
Finally, back at the first chocolate shop we saw, we relaxed in rocking chairs in the shade. We loved walking the old city of Quebec, which we showed in a previous video, but we returned to the downtown for a very specific reason.
We are in Quebec City and we're getting ready to take a river cruise down the St. Lawrence River for an hour and a half.
The boat tour was complete with a tour guide dressed in period costume and fluent in both French and English.
So guys, a little interesting fact, if you remember an old black and white movie from 1953 from Alfred Hitchcock, he actually shot that movie here. It was called I Confess.
The tour guide kept up a running commentary in both French and English, giving significant facts, anecdotes, and the history of the area. To be honest, the scenery wasn't spectacular, but the guide made the trip worthwhile. Before Denise and Susanna headed home, we decided to check out Jacques-Cartier National Park.
You can take a nap, but you can lay back here.
Just 30 minutes from Quebec, the park has a meandering river with just a few rapids. There is mini rafting, canoeing, and kayaking available. It also boasts many trails, as well as picnic areas and camping. And the lush green forests are gorgeous. We took an easy trail hike before lunch. We were told there were lots of picnic tables available for a picnic, but look at all the picnic tables. They're riding the rapids or canoeing or something. After our guests returned home, Ron and I still had some time to take drives exploring the area before we also got ready to leave.
A historical area, maybe that's a better way to think of it. Oh, look at all the hanging baskets of flowers. Our last meal in the Quebec Augustin area, and we're splurging tonight.
It's a mocktail.
Mocktail.
On our last drive around St. Augustine, we discovered another ice cream shop.
Yummy.
It just seemed fitting. Thanks for watching, friends, and don't forget to like and subscribe.